Coca-Cola 34 made today to do a review on this bad boy. It's the big old Camarasaurus. This is a oh, hang on a second, getting into frame. Bloody hell, fire. What are you doing? What are you doing, Core? What are you doing, Core? You can't even review right. But this is the 2001 Carnegie Collection Safari Limited, whatever you want to call it, Camarasaurus. Beautiful creature, beautiful creature. Background on Camarasaurus now. Camarasaurus was a large, Camarasaurid. I believe it's really part of the family called Macronaria. Macronaria? They're a group of neosauropods. I think Macronaria characterized from having the weird shaped skull, you know, having the lacrimal and the nasal raised up above the skull, like in a kind of half circle kind of fashion. The bottom jaws are quite thick as well. I think that's another thing, and also the characteristics of like a kind of titanosaur, you know, a long neck and like a longer tail. Now, Camarasaurus. Oh, sugar. There we go again. It can't stand properly because my bed's terrible. Camarasaurus. The three species. There used to be 4 species. Now, there was Camarasaurus supremus, which was the type species, I believe. Then that was found in 1877, and then was described in 1878, I believe. Or was it? I think it's 1877 that it was named as well. But this bad boy is a representative of Supremus because of the characteristic. Well, you'll find that distinctively, they're all distinctive species between each other, and I can tell that this is a Camarasaurus Supremus because the bottom jaw is not as thick. It doesn't loop round as much as in a Grandis, I believe. Well, that evolved. That was the first. I think that was. I think stratigraphically, I think that lived the latest Supremus. I think then Grandis came along and. Or no, hang on a sec. It was that was it. It was So Grandis came along, then Lentus, and then Supremus. I think Supremus and Lentus they shared the environment for a while Grandis went extinct. They lived around 154 to 144 million years ago. So apparently they would have actually died out during the end of the Jurassic period, or probably died out in the Jurassic period extinction. They differed in size. Supremus was probably the largest, I believe. I think it was about 23 meters, while Grandis and Lentus may have been at least somewhere from 15 to 18 meters in length. There was another Camarasaurus species, a fourth one, called Camarasaurus lucii, and that has now been transitioned into the new genus Cephalosaurus lucii, which is like which was I think there was like an analysis in 2013 where they split the two genera, and now we now have only got 3 species of Camarasaurus now. So basically, Camarasaurus supremus, that was the last to evolve. Grandis and Lentus, they evolved beforehand. Lentus evolved into Supremus. Grandis died out when I think Supremus showed up on the scene. Then Lentus stuck around for a bit, and then that died out, and then yeah, just everything died out. So pretty boring story. Let's get into the figure itself. Head is not bad. Head is nice. Obviously the nostril is in the wrong place, but you know what? 2001 doesn't matter. And plus, I like that. I'm gonna say I like the paint scheme. I absolutely cannot get enough of the paint scheme. Paint scheme is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. It just fits what I would say is a large Jurassic sauropod for some reason. Well, a large Camarasaurid-like sauropod. You know, something like a Brachiosaurid-like sauropod. Because these guys were closely related. They weren't closely related, but they were related. They were closely related, but not too closely related to Brachiosaurus and Giraffatitan and all those guys. Now, the paint scheme of mine has a little bit of defect. You can see that the brown stuff there. It doesn't matter. The skin is beautiful. It torts. It's all It's not scaly, but it's like an elephant's kind of skin, which it's all right. It's nice. It's nice. And this figure goes absolutely wonderfully with the Diplodocus. Seriously, I put them two together, and it just looks like they're on a bike. It looks like they're at the front of a herd of sauropods, and they're migrating. No cloaca, sadly. No cloaca at all. The toes, obviously, there's like claws, but again, 2001, we didn't really know as much as we do today. I mean, what 2001 was 15 years ago? 15 years ago? I mean, that's incredible. 15 years ago, and 15 years later, we know so much more. The tail is another factor because the tail is huge. The tail seems to be much longer than it should be, because it seems like the neck and the tail should have been almost equal length, apart from the tail. I think on the tail of like Camarasaurus and Camarasaurus especially, they would have been probably I'd say just a smidge longer than the neck, than the total length of the neck. But with this, it's like huge. So I don't know, but I definitely do see this in Supremus. I do see that Supremus has a significantly longer tail than Grandis or Lentus. And I don't know why that's it that way. But it seems like Grandis and Lentus were the less advanced species, and then Supremus went on to become the more advanced species. So this could be because of like for defense, or it may be because to distribute all that massive weight. I don't know, but it's absolutely beautiful figure. There are a couple of seam lines like on the chest, you can see there, and running down the leg. On the feet, it's not that bad. It is not bad. It's a beautiful figure. This side is different from that side, so you can have it. So you can have two of these, and they could be both like individually varied animals of the same species, like I talked about with my whole core dinosaur discussion about variation in the species. So you could have that it's like with tigers. Like people distinguish tigers, even like Siberian, Sumatran tigers, they'll distinguish individuals in a population of a subspecies and a species by looking at the patterning on their skin or in the fur or something like that. But with dinosaurs, you can't really do that, but you can distinguish individual variation by seeing that there is lots of variables in a set animal at a set time in a set place, and you can say, hey, these are all the same species. But obviously, you can't just go and say, oh, all Camarasaurus species should be lumped in the same species. No, that's not right. Because if there is a consistent variable, a consistent characteristic that's existing in all of them, then they should be all different species, and that's what's brilliant about them. Now, how much did I pay for this guy? How much did I pay for this wonderful figure? Well, originally he was £14, but then he went up to 15 quid because of Brexit. Again, I'm blaming Brexit for the price of my dinosaurs. Yeah, that's not going to go away anytime soon. Lengthwise, get the tail. He is, well, it says on everythingdinosaur.com he's 40 centimeters, but he's actually not. He is actually more realistically, he is more of a 35.5. But if you stretch out the tail, well, even if you stretch out the tail, he's not even 40 centimeters, which is a shame. Just look at that. He's so everything dinosaur.com. If you're watching this, I think you need to change the size on the description of this dinosaur. But I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying that's bad, because this dinosaur is perfect. It's a beautiful figure. I mean, you could. So for size comparison, I'm going to bring in this small Giganotosaurus from Schleich. The reason I bring him in is because you can have a scene, like if you put them side by side, like he's basically leaning on him. Look at that. Look at that. You can have like a scene that's like trying to take him down. The Velociraptor from Papo, that's a nice figure. Like, whoa, don't follow me. That's pretty nice. I mean, that sizes up quite nicely with him. And it's like you can have him jumping on you, and like, rah, and they go, but overall, this is a stunning figure. Now, as you all know, Carnegie has retired. Well, I think they discontinued the contract that they had with Safari. So this guy will be discontinued. You won't be able to get him anywhere else. Well, you'll be able to get him off eBay, but it goes for way too much on eBay. Like, we're talking, so I've seen some go for about 40 quid. I mean, come on. I mean, it's a great figure, but I don't think I don't think it needs to be 40 quid. If I had to pay a higher price for this, I'd pay 20 quid. That's as high as I'd go. I'd pay 20 quid for it, and then that's it. So definitely get it. Get it in the millions, get it in the thousands of millions, get it in the millions of millions. Get it in the, just buckets, just get bucket loads of this guy. Because he makes for a great Camarasaurus. I love sauropods. I absolutely love sauropods. I don't know why, but it's just the size and the look and just the majesty of sauropods. And this definitely, it took my breath away when I took him out of the box. Took my breath away, just because he does look big. Like you wouldn't think he's that. Like he's bigger than he looks on the picture, even though they say he's about 40 centimeters. He's actually like 36, something like that. So hope you enjoyed this review. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you later. And definitely buy this figure. Bye bye.